Hey YouTube, it's Lily, and today is Wednesday, April 4th, and you know what that means. We are 1 week and 1 day from my surgery date. So, what has happened in this week and a day? Lots of things. So, I've been on the clear liquids while I was in the hospital, and then I went to the full liquids once I was my first day out of the hospital, which if you haven't watched that video, watch it. Since then, I was probably, I think, like 4 days of clear and full liquids. So much. I self-diagnosed myself with lactose intolerance after some unfortunate events after having skim milk with my protein. So I completely cut out the skim milk. Now I'm on soy milk. Hopefully that won't be forever. I spoke with my surgeon because I did see him today, and he said that a lot of times people develop a lactose intolerance because they've had it their entire lives, and it's just never been fully uncovered until the surgery. I guess is something to do with when they reroute the organs and cut out a lot of, your stomach that produces, I guess, the enzymes and everything for the lactose. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I listen as much as I can and I do some research, but who knows. But anyways, he said that it may, not be forever, and to check back in a couple of months to 3 months and just literally drink a glass of milk. I guess schedule out my day to make sure I've got nothing going on that day so that I can stay home just in case. But, just test it again, and fingers crossed, because I'm not a huge fan of soy milk, although it's far less worse than lactose-free milk, which I ended up buying a quart of each. I bought the Smart Balance lactose-free milk, which I mean was a good deal. It was like $2.89 versus like $3.50 for the quart of soy of skim soy milk, which I got the vanilla light, which is actually pretty good. I started drinking that. I was too afraid to put protein powder in, and they says as long as I get at least a glass of milk or milk substitute in, I don't need the protein powder for the next coming days. So I was just drinking it plain because I was so deathly afraid, because all of my proteins that I have are milk-based proteins. So I'm going, well, I don't want that to happen again. But that doesn't taste bad. When I tried the lactose free, and I'm sure my tastes have changed a little bit because I've definitely noticed things taste differently since surgery, I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, like I took a sip, I'm like, oh my god, it's gotta be rotten. I think I got like spoiled milk. It says the expiration date's like almost a month away or whatever, but it tastes disgusting. I made my boyfriend try it, and he's like, well, it definitely doesn't taste like regular milk, but it does not taste rotten. It's gotta be you. So I guess it was me. What I've been trying to do just to get rid of it now is I'll mix it with the soy milk and just kind of mix something else in with it, because I have gone back to proteins, but we will talk about that after for the protein powder. Anyways, so I met with a surgeon today. My surgery weight was 233.6. Now, this is going to be the last time I actually document what I weigh at the hospital, because I have noticed that no scale is created equal, and I'm sure everybody can agree. And when you're having weight loss surgery, every pound, every decimal point of a pound counts. So to make my own self not so crazy, I can keep better track at home because I can step on the scale anytime I want. So anytime I have a video, it'll be an accurate weight. At the hospital, I go, right now I have another appointment in like 2 or 3 weeks, but after that it's gonna be like every month or so. So it's not accurate enough for us, because we wanna keep good tabs on our old pal Lily here. So it's 233.6, and remember, the next time it may either seem like I lost too much or I didn't lose enough, and that's just because we're going to be using my home scale. So just to look at, here's some stats for you. My highest weight, which I actually have never said, and I'm only saying it now because I'm about 20 pounds less than that, so I don't feel as bad, but my highest weight ever before surgery was February 14th when I clocked in at 253.2. And like I said, if I hadn't lost this 20 some odd pounds, I would have never admitted that because it just mortifies even me that I got up to that weight. I can't believe it. March 27th, my day of surgery. I weighed at home, so like I said, the scale could be a little different, but I weighed 240 even, point 0. And now today, April 4th, 1 week and 1 day post-op, 233.6. So that means I lost, I don't know, like 7 pounds, 6.4 pounds, something like that, according to my scale and then their scale over a week and a day. So over 8 days, I've lost almost 7 pounds. Not too bad, almost a pound a day. I'll take it. I'll take it. This girl take it because to lose 7 pounds before would take me like 6 months, and I'd probably gain 3 extra pounds in addition to that, and it would just be a mess. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Yeah, life is good. So I can now have soft solids. My doctor gave me the okay to move on to that, and I met with a nutritionist. Watch for the next video where I'm going to talk all about what I learned from the nutritionist. There's just not enough time in this video to go over that, so I'm going to dedicate a video solely to the stage 3 liquids. The stage 3 soft solid diet. And remember, every surgeon's office is different, so mine may be different than yours. That's okay. Just follow whatever your doctor tells you. But it's always fun to compare and contrast and see what all other people are allowed to eat or forbidden to eat at the beginning. So that'll be fun to at least look at. And feel free to share with me whatever differences that you had. Aside from that, I talked to my surgeon about my little scare that I had, which I had called right away when it happened. I noticed that all my incisions looked fine, except for where the drain was, which I knew they didn't stitch back up. They just put the steri strips on at the hospital, and I noticed it started to bleed. And of course, me freaking out. Oh my God, there's this giant hole gaping in my stomach, and my guts are gonna fall out, and I'm gonna bleed to death, and I have to call the doctor, and I'm so scared. And they did tell me, good thing you called the doctor. Always call anytime that you're concerned about something, but that, I should be fine. And when I spoke with the surgeon, he said, he's not too worried about it. Just keep covering it with a dressing and clean it and yada yada. So when I went to the doctor, he looked at it and he's like, oh, he's like, yeah, that just looks completely normal. He's like, I wouldn't worry about it. Just keep putting a dressing on it and you'll be fine. And there I was thinking that I had this gaping hole, and he said, no, that was actually just like a little scab. Because I saw like this dark blood, this dark red patch, and I'm going, oh my God, that's the whole incision. I was thinking it was this, like, this big, that big. I was thinking was this incision, and it turns out it's just this little tiny line, just like all the other little tiny laparoscopic lines, but it was just a little blood scab. So that made me feel better when I actually saw the size of it. And he just patched it back up and said, just keep covering it and, give it a week or so and it should look just like the rest of your incisions. He took all the steri strips off everything else and said, I don't need to cover them or anything. They look good. And when I looked at them, I was surprised. Like, I mean, they already look completely healed. I have like a little teeny tiny scab on 2 of them, and I mean not even the full length of the actual incision. It's pretty awesome. I'm like, yeah, I'm healing well. Woo! Bikini season, here I come. Well, maybe not, but that'll be a while. But yeah, so that really went very well. I thought that appointment, and I'm very pleased to hear, that the things that I was freaking out about were really nothing, but that it was good that I said something anyway. And and also he told me some of the weird pains I've been feeling in my stomach. I'm like super conscious of everything that's happening to me because I've this is a major surgery, so I want to make sure there's nothing going on. And he said that I've, been feeling like some cramps and stuff, and he says that's just my digestive system finally turning back on, and that, everything is just moving right, and he's not too concerned. He says I might feel some pulling in my incisions, and that's just because they're healing and because I'm becoming more and more mobile, so I'm actually pulling or bending in that direction. So that's normal too. and he said that I can start up actual exercising in 3 more weeks. He says he wants me to be 4 weeks out, but then there's no restrictions and I can exercise. So that'll be great, and I will definitely give you some progress on how that goes. I'm really excited. I'm excited to actually exercise and lose some weight this time. That's going to be awesome because I've definitely exercised in the past and seen little to no weight loss. So it's going to be fun to see the pounds drop off. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for another video of mine. Bye, guys!